Hey guys, welcome back for my first video of 2014. Now, I was supposed to make a video earlier this week saying like what I'd be doing 2014 with this channel, but I was like kind of busy doing other things this week, so I really didn't have a chance to do it. But what I was going to say is that from now on, I'm going to be reviewing Raw, SmackDown, and Impact. Now, I don't know how many wrestling fans I have on this page since I had the old channel with a lot of wrestling fans, but it got deleted for some reason. So I had to make a new one, and I'm basically starting from scratch. So I don't know how many of you, but I'm sure eventually we'll find some new fans. But anyway, let's get into the first Impact of the year. We kicked off this Impact with the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, who came out and talked about how last year wasn't his year. It was like his worst year with all his personal problems, the feud with Aces and Eights and all that stuff. And he basically said in 2014 will be his year and he's going to kick ass again. And this brings out Bobby Roode, who basically said before Kurt Angle got into goals, Bobby Roode came out and basically said that don't tell me you're going to quit like Jeff Hardy did last week. And Angle said, nope, I'm going to come and kick ass. And he wanted one more match with Bobby Roode in 2 weeks from now at Genesis. And Roode, first, he declined the match, but eventually he decided to accept the match with the stipulation that if Kurt Angle loses, he doesn't accept the TNA Hall of Fame induction at all. But if Kurt Angle wins, then he will. But Kurt Angle also had the stipulation too that the match would be inside a steel cage. So this will probably be the end of the feud, because it's been going on pretty much since before Bound for Glory. And I can predict that since Bobby Roode has pretty much won every match that they've had in the feud so far, that Kurt Angle will win the steel cage match and probably set the Hall of Fame induction. I don't know when that will happen, but it will happen eventually. Then we have a little backstage segment where Dixie Carter gets a message from somebody, and it says, "I'll see you tonight." And she starts freaking out. But anyway, after commercial break, we have our first match of the evening, which is Gail Kim's Open Challenge, New Year, New Challenge. And basically, Madison Rayne came out and accepted it and defeated her 1-2-3 after playing possum after each defeat. Now, I'm pretty much sure that they'll probably have a title match, probably not at Genesis, but maybe in the February, whatever event they have. Because, I mean, we pretty much see ODB versus Gail Kim and Nate Tapia for months now. So I guess they'll move on to them. Will Madison win the title? I really can't say because I'm not sure. But I think that they'll hold down for that until Taryn Terrell comes back. When that will be, I have no idea. Then we have a little backstage segment where Chris Sabin says if Velvet Sky does help him win the X Division title tonight, then he'll walk out, but without her. So, next match is Chris Sabin versus Austin Aries for the X Division Championship. And I would say this match was better than the one they had at Final Resolution a couple weeks ago, but not as good as the one they had during the summer, where Sabin had to win back the title to get his world title shot. But basically, it was a kind of back and forth until Velvet hopped onto the apron reluctantly and helped Sabin win the X Division Championship after a low blow. I have no idea what the hell they're doing with the X Division title at all, because they keep flip-flopping it back. But I think it's going to stay between these two for now, because I have no idea who else is even in contention. Like, Manic basically dropped off the face of the earth, and I really have nobody else in mind, so I pretty much think it'll be them two for a while. And my guess is one of those two may hold on to the X Division title until the cash-in comes this summer, but we'll have to see. But anyway, we come back for break, and we have the, re-debut of Samuel Shaw, not Sam Shaw. And he has a new gimmick where he's basically infatuated with Christy Hemme. You could say it's a creeper type gimmick. But anyway, he basically squashed the nerd foreman. Nothing much to see here. Moving on. Then we have the backstage segment where Bobby Roode is in the locker room and James Storm comes up to him. Since earlier in the show, Gunner set it to be Kurt Angle's tag team partner in the match later. So basically, Storm said, either you tag with me or I'm just going to come out there and beat everybody's ass. So we come back from the break and they're basically back together as beer money for one night. And the match was pretty good. The heels dominated for the most part. Then when the faces tried to make a comeback, it kind of got halted. As Gunner was going for the rack on Bobby Roode, Storm hit the last call, and then Roode hit his Death Valley Power driver finisher for the win. So pretty much nothing to see here. But it will build up to both matches at Genesis, even though the second one isn't announced yet. But it's more lead to Gunner and Storm at Genesis and Roode versus Angle, obviously. Then, next on the show, we had, and Genesis was looking pretty good. So next in the show, we have EC3 come out to issue a challenge to Jeff Hardy, who we obviously know left last week, so he wasn't get accepted. So EC3 tells the referee to count to 10, but he does it himself. And as it's about to get to 10, Sting comes out and says, "You keep avoiding me." Sorry for that out there. We have a snowstorm here because I'm in Jersey. But anyway, we have a Sting comes out and says, "You've been avoiding me, EC3. So be a man and stop being Dixie's lapdog," which is a new chant now. Dixie's lapdog. And we have another match set for Genesis. Sting versus EC3. I really have no idea who would win that one. He's like, do you end EC3's streak this early? Or do you let Sting go over him? Really? I have no idea. It could go either way. But I'll save that prediction probably for next week. Then we come back and we have Bully Ray versus Joseph Parks. As the bell rings, Bully Ray's just standing there with his hand in his pockets. And Joseph Parks goes after him, but Bully Ray hits him with a low blow to end the match via disqualification. And then Bully Ray was about to set Joseph Parks on fire. He starts spraying him with lighter fluid till Mr. Anderson comes out for a save. And Bully Ray was about to do the same thing, but he just walked away. I have no idea what the hell they're doing with Bully's character, but it's freaking crazy. So I don't know whether to like it or not. But anyway, we have the coronation of Magnus in the main event segment of the evening. EC3 comes out, kisses Magnus's ass. Then we have Dixie Carter come out, the same thing. Then Magnus comes out and says he turned his back on the fans because the fans turned their backs on him. So basically, it's, blah, 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 heel segment, coronation. Till Gunner comes out and wants to cash in his world title shot. But before that happened, Dixie says, "No, ref, don't ring the bell." And then EC3 and Rockstar Spud start beating down on Magnus till AJ Styles makes his TNA return. Although this was taped a few weeks ago. It makes the save and challenges Magnus to title versus title match at next week's Impact. Even though already everybody knows the result. But yeah, I would say this Impact for the first one of the year, it was alright. I mean, we really can't say nothing much since it was taped, so it pretty much took all the excitement out of the show. Because we already knew the results and whatever. But I guess it was a pretty good show. We have some decent good build to the Magnus AJ Styles bout next week. We have Roode versus Angle, is Storm versus Gunner at Genesis, and we have Sting versus EC3. So I would say this show did a very good job of building up to Genesis. So I give this show about a B minus, C plus in that range. I'm sorry if I sound a little shaky tonight. It's that I haven't done this in a while, and I'm reading off my Twitter feed, the tweets that I posted. By the way, follow me at Dennis Ultima, and I will follow you back. So you'll have to bear with me a while, but eventually I'll get into this again. But I want to hear your thoughts, so leave your thoughts in the comment section below on this episode of Impact. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you liked it. Follow me on Twitter as mentioned, at Dennis Ultima. Add me on Facebook. I'll put the links in the description box. And have a good night, you guys.